In the coming years, many countries are expected to lead in innovation, economic strength, and global influence. These countries will not only drive progress in science, but also shape technology, trade, and set the pace for cultural and environmental progress. And their impact will be felt globally, influencing how we live, work, and connect. Also, knowing countries likely to dominate helps us prepare for the future and recognize the forces driving the next era of global leadership. Today we'll get to know 10 top countries that will dominate the world. By 2030, 10 countries are expected to emerge as the world's most influential powers, each with its strengths and challenges. Together, their actions will shape the future of technology, resource distribution, and global cooperation, or maybe fuel competition in tackling humanity's greatest problems. Starting with the first country on the list, China. China's rise has been one of the most remarkable economic stories in modern history, and by 2030, it is projected to be the world's largest economy, with a GDP that could exceed $26 trillion. Its influence goes far beyond numbers. Over the years, China has invested heavily in artificial intelligence, 5G networks, electric vehicles, green technologies, and advanced manufacturing. Many of the products used worldwide are either made in China or rely on parts from its vast and complex supply chains. Its cities are rapidly modernizing, becoming hubs for startups, research, and innovation. However, China also faces significant challenges. Its aging population could slow growth, and tensions with other major powers, especially over trade and technology, may create obstacles. Regardless, China's ambition to lead in robotics, clean energy, and digital infrastructure will keep it at the forefront of global influence, shaping industries and standards for decades to come. Next on the list is the United States. The United States is another country that dominates globally. Even if overtaken by China in GDP terms, it will remain one of the most influential countries in the world. Its technological and cultural reach is unmatched, with innovations from Silicon Valley shaping everyday life across the globe. From breakthroughs in medicine and clean energy to leadership in space exploration, the U.S. continues to be a center for creativity and disruption. Its top universities, strong venture capital networks, and vibrant startup culture ensure that new ideas can grow quickly. While political division and high national debt are ongoing challenges, the U.S. has a long history of adapting to change and reinventing itself. Its ability to attract talent from all over the world keeps its industries competitive and its influence strong. By 2030, it is likely the U.S. will still set the tone for major global conversations on technology, security, and culture. Next on the list is India. Another country on track to become the world's third largest economy by 2030 is India, with projections showing its population surpassing China's to become the largest on Earth. This demographic shift gives the country a unique advantage: a massive, young, and increasingly tech-inclined workforce that can power growth for decades. More than half of India's population is under the age of 30, creating an enormous pool of potential innovators, entrepreneurs, and skilled professionals. This youthful energy is most visible in India's booming urban centers like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Delhi, where thriving startup ecosystems are producing companies that compete internationally in fields such as software, fintech, biotechnology, and e-commerce. India is now home to one of the largest numbers of unicorn startups in the world, with global investors pouring billions into its tech sector. The digital transformation of the country is equally remarkable. Widespread adoption of digital payments, online services, and mobile connectivity has brought millions of people into the formal economy, expanding opportunities for businesses and consumers alike. Initiatives such as the Aadhaar biometric ID system and the Unified Payments Interface (UPI) have revolutionized how Indians access financial services, bridging the gap between rural and urban economies. This has not only spurred innovation, but also encouraged transparency and inclusion in ways once unimaginable. However, India's path to global dominance is not without obstacles. Infrastructure gaps, from inadequate transportation networks to unreliable electricity in rural areas, can slow progress. Bureaucratic red tape and complex regulations still frustrate entrepreneurs and investors, while social inequality and environmental challenges remain pressing issues. These hurdles require sustained political will and coordinated reforms to overcome. Yet, the momentum is undeniable. A rapidly expanding middle class is fueling domestic consumption, creating one of the largest and most dynamic consumer markets in the world. Government initiatives such as Make in India are aimed at boosting manufacturing and attracting foreign investment, while policies supporting renewable energy and electric mobility are aligning India with global sustainability goals. Investments in education, particularly in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, are preparing the next generation for leadership in high-tech industries. If India continues to improve its infrastructure, streamline governance, and maintain a stable investment climate, it could emerge as one of the most important drivers of global growth and innovation by 2030. Its influence would extend beyond economics, shaping global culture, technology standards, and even geopolitics, as it strengthens partnerships with other major powers while asserting its vision for a connected, inclusive, and forward-looking world. Next on the list is Indonesia. Another top 10 country that will dominate the world is Indonesia, which is often underestimated in discussions about future global powers, but its potential is enormous. By 2030, its GDP could reach $3.5 trillion, making it a major force in Southeast Asia. It is the fourth most populous country in the world, with a young and increasingly urban population. Jakarta's tech sector is booming, especially in e-commerce, fintech, and digital services. As internet access expands, millions of Indonesians are joining the digital economy, creating opportunities for growth in almost every industry. The country is also rich in natural resources, giving it an important role in global trade. However, to fully realize its potential, Indonesia will need to keep improving infrastructure, reduce bureaucratic inefficiency, and strengthen its ability to handle climate challenges. With the right policies, it could become a key link between Asian and global markets. Next on the list is South Korea. South Korea has transformed from a poor, war-torn nation into a global innovation powerhouse. It invests nearly 5% of its GDP in research and development, producing world-leading technologies in semiconductors, automobiles, shipbuilding, and digital platforms. Home to giants like Samsung, Hyundai, and LG, as well as a booming startup scene, Korea's tech influence is matched by its cultural reach. K-pop, dramas, and films have captivated the world. By 2030, it's expected to be among the world's 10 largest economies, shaping global trends in AI, robotics, green energy, and biotech. Its strong education system fuels a highly skilled workforce, while diplomacy and cultural exports amplify its soft power. Challenges like aging demographics, low birth rates, and climate targets remain, but Korea's adaptability, advanced manufacturing, and global alliances position it to set new standards in technology, culture, and governance, making it a defining force in the world's future. Next country on the list is Russia. Also, Russia's economic future depends heavily on its natural resources. With massive reserves of oil, gas, and minerals, it will remain one of the world's largest energy exporters. Its projected GDP in 2030 is around $2.5 trillion, supported by not only energy, but also military technology, aerospace, and nuclear power expertise. In recent years, Russia has shown interest in expanding its capabilities in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and robotics. However, its growth potential is limited by sanctions, geopolitical tensions, and reliance on commodities. If it can diversify its economy and maintain technological independence, it will remain an important, though often controversial, global player. The next on the list, United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, is another emerging force. It is becoming one of the most influential countries in the world. By 2030, it aims to lead globally through technology, sustainability, and smart planning. In the past, The UAE relied heavily on oil for its income. Now, it's building a strong, diverse economy focused on innovation, artificial intelligence, AI, space exploration, and clean energy. Its long-term plans, Vision 2030 and Centennial 2071, are designed to create a knowledge-based society. Projects like Masdar City show its leadership in eco-friendly, high-tech city design. The UAE is also a leader in AI, planning for all government services to use AI by 2031. It made history with its Mars mission, and more space projects are coming. Dubai and Abu Dhabi remain major centers for global trade and finance. The UAE also promotes diplomacy, education, women's rights, and international partnerships, making it a model for future nations. Next on the list is Japan. Japan is one of the countries that has the world power, and despite its aging and shrinking population, it continues to be a leader in innovation. Globally known for its precision manufacturing and technological creativity, Japan has deep expertise in robotics, electronics, and advanced materials. It is investing heavily in clean energy, biomedical research, and quantum computing. Tokyo's startup culture is growing, supported by government incentives and corporate partnerships. Japan's global influence comes not only from its products, but also from its commitment to quality and long-term vision. To sustain its position, it will need to address demographic challenges, but its culture of innovation ensures it will remain a vital contributor to global progress. The next country on the list is Mexico. Mexico's role in the global economy is set to grow significantly by 2030, with a GDP approaching $3 trillion. Its closeness to the U.S. and its participation in trade agreements like the USMCA make it a manufacturing hub for industries like automotive, electronics, and aerospace. Mexico also has a young workforce and a growing digital economy, with advances in fintech, e-commerce, and tech services. Though challenges such as corruption and inequality remain, improvements in governance and infrastructure could help Mexico become one of the most competitive economies in the Americas, playing a key role in regional and global supply chains. The last country on the list is United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, even after Brexit, is likely to remain one of the world's most influential countries. Its strength lies in its research institutions, global financial networks, and innovative industries. London remains a major center for fintech, creative industries, and scientific research. The UK is also active in areas like artificial intelligence, pharmaceuticals, and green technologies. Despite political and economic uncertainties, the country's ability to adapt, attract talent, and foster entrepreneurship will keep it relevant. By 2030, the UK's influence will extend beyond economics, continuing to shape international policy, culture, and technological standards. By 2030, it's been predicted that these countries will drive global politics, technology, and economics through size, innovation, or resources. Their collective influence will depend on adapting to challenges, shaping billions of lives, and steering the 21st century's direction. What are your thoughts about these countries dominating the world in 2030? Let's know in the comments, and do not forget to subscribe and share for more updates.